Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live coverage of the Predator Germany Open. It's day 4 here at the beautiful Atlantic Hotel in Bremen, Germany. Our final match for today is Tung Pong from Hong Kong against Moritz Neuhausen from Germany. My name is Ralf Eckert. Alongside with me in the commentary booth is Tim de Ruyter. Hello, Tim.
Hi, how are you doing?
And before we start the match, Moritz already did with his break. We like to thank our sponsors like Predator Group, CueSports International, Kamui Brand, Alpha Coin, Cryptocurrency, Relife, Hansestadt Bremen Innovations, and Teleo Logistics. And so let's concentrate now on the match. So Tim, do you have a favorite here in this match?
It's tough to say. Ip already played on the TV table. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. So he already experienced how it is around the arena and with the cameras. So yeah, I think that could be an advantage.
Yeah.
But on the other side, Neuhausen has been playing a lot of tournaments.
10 seconds.
Played on the TV table at the World 9 Ball Championships against Jason Shaw. So knows how it goes.
At least I gave you the first chance for a free pick. Now I pick Moritz Neuhausen as the favorite.
Well, you should, because it's a German and you're German, so.
Yes, and I'm curious to have a closer look now on his game, because I heard so many things about him, but he lives on the other end of the country, near Cologne, and I'm in Berlin, so we don't see each other way too often. But I know that he got, I know the trainers, and they take good care of him. That's on one hand Günther Geisen, the youth national coach from Germany, and Christian Reimering, which is a
Attention, please.
well-known instructor in Germany. So
A nice kick resave
Yes, sir.
from Ip.
so let's see.
Not easy to jump this with the cue ball stuck to the rail. Cannot
Yeah.
really put any spin or something.
Yeah, and a pretty long distance to the ball, to the 5 ball here. Bang! Powerful jump, which was needed for this kind of distance. And it didn't turn out way too good for him, but there are still some difficulties here, especially when I look at the 3 ball. He didn't miss that much, so it was a
Yeah,
nice
he might
attempt.
choose to play safe. Put the cue ball in between the 8 and the 3. Did not try to bump the 3. Would have been real nice if he got in just in between them both.
Yeah, that's a
Yes, sir.
I expect Moritz to kick this 2 ball with some pace.
uh-huh.
So in case if he hits it, he gets some distance going on as well. Because there's not really any other balls on the left side of the table where he could get lucky behind. He played it soft. And
He missed it barely, so that's a foul. Ball in hand for Tung Pong from Hong Kong. But I know also the trainer from Tung Pong. It's Wayne Griffiths. He is the director of the Hong Kong Sports Institute there. And
yeah,
but when we see on paper, we got Tung Pong with, he just won the Hong Kong Open last year in 9 ball, so that's a big achievement. And on the other side, with Moritz Neuhausen, we got a 2 times world champion in the youth division. But I really don't know how hard it was to win the Hong Kong Open. But if it's an open tournament and in Hong Kong, and then you see all the Asian players, if they take part, that must have been a pretty tough field then.
well, they have a
Attention, please.
couple good players in Hong Kong.
Well, not only Hong Kong, but when it's open, I expect also Philippines, Chinese people, and everyone nearby
Then it would be
taking
a
part in it.
big achievement, like
Yeah.
even more big.
Yeah,
Got a little short on this 5. Would have liked to be more straight. Needs good control over that 6 ball.
Look at the cue ball.
Oh, this. Yeah, good control over both balls, but speed-wise, very tough shot to play here.
Oh, Moritz is calling the referee here for whatever reason.
Referee John Lehman from New York. Oh.
Okay.
Lost the cue ball there.
Good hit, but now I guess he got maybe still a little chance to knock this 7 ball in the other corner. Thin hit here.
He might also choose to play the 7-10-9, because if he hits it in the face, the 10 can go off the 8, or maybe...
We can see that, or you can see that very good from our point of view, but it's hard from a player point of view to take this even in consideration, right? If you don't make a turn around the table.
Yeah, I don't think this was the right shot to play. Did not really see a lot of future in this.
What does he even try to do? To try to come straight back with the cue ball and hey, hopefully get it behind the 10?
Ten seconds.
Yeah, and a pretty doable layout here. Can choose to roll the 8 into the 9. Can also choose to make a stop shot and let the 8 move a little bit. And
he gave himself some little challenge here. Accidentally, it could have been much easier. Oh, that was difficult. He gave away such a nice opportunity here.
yeah, unexpected.
Not especially with this miss, but the position before, right?
Yeah. So Tung Pong ready to take the first game. We're playing 2 sets, races to 4, winner break. And when the score ties 1-1, we're playing a deciding shootout. Tung Pong draws first blood. And it's up 1-0.
I guess the most of our viewers are familiar with our format here. 2 winning sets, races to 4. If there's a tie in sets, we're gonna make a shootout and we play winner break format. So Tung Pong will stay for the next break. Normally you might think that, hey, those world-class players, they are capable of running out a whole set. I would agree here, yes, but it's much more difficult if you do this by hand racking, like we do here, the traditional way. So it's much harder to figure out the break, and usually they use a lot more power. Look at this, what he uses here.
Yeah, he has that little break cloth.
Yeah.
Or specially designed. Is unlucky, was a good break.
Yeah.
And got kissed in the side pocket. This is very unlucky for Ip.
Let's have a closer look at this one. So here you see the quality, gets one of the balls in the side pocket, but the kick maneuvered the cue ball.
Yeah, of course he didn't have the cue ball on the string on that break.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
Could have been more straight.
But to get kicked like this in the side pocket, that's something that doesn't really happen that often. think
Would you
this is
go
key
to
shot here.
2 rails for the 4 in the middle pocket, or would you stun it?
I like that.
2 rails for the middle pocket. Yeah, here it is. That's the most natural path of the cue ball.
Yeah, and also playing forward gives you the chance to have better speed as well. Playing forward is always more controllable than playing draw shots
Yes.
or yeah, whatever. So yeah, needs a good angle on the 6 here. Needs to be cautious, don't want to get straight or on the rail.
Now he's checking the angles. And here you really see from his pre-shot routine that he has had a really proper training, professional training throughout the years. He's already playing, even though he's still so young.
Yeah, they do this a lot in Germany as well, the routine. They start from young and make sure that the basics are right. That's why there's a lot of good players in Germany, in my opinion.
Attention, please.
And a bunch of champions. Always good at the European Championships. And even at the Euro Tour.
Yeah, look at this. He got something similar like before. I mean, a little bit.
A little
Better.
less angle, but still a small tester. Ooh. Okay.
So Moritz Neuhausen ties up the score at 1-1, race to 4. Okay, we will be back while John is taking care to rack the balls. So here we are back, and let's check out the break from the 2 times world champion Moritz Neuhausen. 2 ball was close, 3 ball a little slow. Quality wise it was good, but not a good result, right?
Yeah, has not really gotten the feel of this table. You see that the 2 ball comes low. So next break. Did not really have a feel for the table yet, breaking. Of course, it was his first break, so needs to work. The 2 ball came low. So I'm not sure if he's capable of breaking harder, but he needs it.
Look at this. He gave himself some difficulty. Oh no, it looked to me like he's almost out of position by blocking the 4 ball, but he's not. Oh, maybe he was blocked. I shouldn't have talked this into his shot.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he left himself so straight. Could have done easily draw back the cue ball 1 or 2 balls more.
So there's hard to find a pocket here. Only this corner pocket where the 7 is might be available, is it? Or is he going for a safety? If the pocket is not available, he goes for a safety. Here it is.
And it's a good safety.
Yeah.
Found the coverage behind the 7 and the 8 and blocks the easy kick shot from the short rail with the 6 and the 3.
Yeah. So he would need,
So might choose to kick using the short rail on the top side of the table, and then with right spin to go towards the long rail, 2 rails.
between 5 or maybe just 1 rail to go between the 5 and the 9
Yeah, possibly 2 rails with the
long rail.
long rail. Yes, I like this.
Here it goes. Oh, it was pretty close.
Good
though.
try. But good tries don't count.
Really, no reward for good tries. Come on.
And a nice layout here.
Moritz Neuhausen.
Pretty obvious layout.
So you see, That's good schooling here. And yeah, the trainers are working with him are Günther Geisen and Christian Reimering, good friend of mine too, both of them. I will see them again in a couple weeks in Hungary to our annual training camp over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever seen Christian Reimering.
Really?
Yeah.
How does this come? You're not too far from the border, aren't you?
Yeah, and yet we never really met each other.
Is that right? You should at least give him a visit if you are next time near in Cologne. I mean, he would be, let's say, yeah. Want me to say Leverkusen at his hometown rather than Cologne.
So got a little straight on the 6. Decides to just take it easy and play the stop shot instead of cheating the pocket to get closer to the 7.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is key shot.
Yeah, that's quite enough. Just center left to get out of the rail like that. And here hopefully he gets the preferred angle to come easy down to the 10 ball. But I'm pretty sure he can handle any kind of angle as long as he has a good shot at the 9.
Oh, he decides to play it in the corner. I would have been okay if I had the wrong angle, but at least shooting at the side, so to move the cue ball around would have been okay.
Well, it would be the same for me, yeah, I would agree here.
But he decided to get shape for the corner.
Oh,
And I think it's just a little edge.
unexpected
Just a
mistake,
choice.
yeah. He's going,
Yeah, left hip with a cut shot on the 9.
and he's going,
Cue ball on the rail, so
Yeah.
it's not a gimme.
absolutely. He can also scratch, and he's not able to give a lot of spin here, because cue ball is on the rail, right? So
Nice shot.
very nice. And because he cheated pocket that much, there was no risk for the scratch.
And Tung Pong takes the 3rd game, leading 2-1 against Moritz Neuhausen from Germany.
Moritz Neuhausen will kick himself when he's back in his hotel room
Yeah,
for this little mistake.
he looks pretty disappointing. Hasn't really done much wrong yet, but
Yeah, that's right.
still was pretty hard on himself for the beginning of the match.
Probably a perfectionist. Perfectionists have this ability that they really are hard on themselves. But I always try not to be that hard on myself in a match. In a training, yes, and it's good to be a perfectionist, right? But in a match, I mean, at least one person should be on your side, that's yourself, right?
Yeah. And there's a lot of players that start to fight with themselves in the
Yeah.
chair.
That's right.
So Tung Pong breaking with the little stroking cloth.
I like that. I've seen that before, but you see it not very often.
Dry break. Needs a little bit more pop, I think. Cue ball is a little bit too basic.
Yeah, a little bit short on the side pocket, the second ball. But you see how nice the ball spread out when you use a center break. And on the other side you got the side break where they will be closer together at one side of the table. Breaking from right, they come closer to the right side of the table, and breaking from the left on the left.
Yeah, Moritz played 2 reels on the 1. Little short stroke on this 1 ball he played. That's why he got a little short on this too. But still manageable, as you can see. And yeah, the 5 and the 6 are together, so that's not really a thing to work with. Maybe from the 7 to the 8, because the 8 only goes in the top left. So that needs a little bit more attention.
Let's see if he can cruise through that rack without any further difficulties. Here he's pointing with his cue where he likes to get position. Some service to the commentators for sure, right? That they don't do anything wrong here.
Yeah, good speed. Can now work on getting the right angle on the 7.
That's important, right? Because the 8, one pocket is blocked, the other one is not.
It's he's going for the 7 in the side. Could have
That's
chosen to leave the cue ball on the long rail and shoot it in the corner,
Yes.
or a little bit off the rail.
Oh,
But there's more ways to roam.
Tia is pointing again. That's a very nice service. I like that. And this, to point where to the position you like to get as a player, it also helps you that the whole body coordination, right? It helps you to build up the imagination you should do before you attempt a shot, and to avoid negative thoughts or negative pictures when you sometimes see the cue ball hiding behind some other ball, right? So with these signs you give yourself a nice positive picture what you like to do actually.
Yeah, it's really important to get very detailed before you drop down on the shot, so you just know exactly what's going to happen. Also because of muscle memory.
Yes, and also, even though you make a mistake, it gives you a nice feedback for the next time to get a better development.
Yep. And this 10 ball to draw the score 2-2.
Very nice. He cruised through it without further difficulties.
And we'll be right back.
So here we are back, and let's check out the break. He's changing to the side break from Moritz Neuhausen. Powerful, one ball a little bit too long. Anything else? No. Not successful on this break again. Here we see the repeating of it. Pretty square in the center, so quality-wise it was a good break, but not rewarded.
Yeah, a good safety shot here from Ip,
Yes.
eliminating almost all kick shots.
Oh, but
Might be able to kick maybe one rail and
Yes,
put some spin on there.
one long rail. I would need a top view of this. Here you go.
Yeah, maybe right side from the 10 with left spin to
With left
increase the
spin.
chance of making the one, maybe.
And you can figure it out when you know where the income-outcome
Extension,
angle is. And then you can add, with every diamond, you can add a tip size on the cue ball to get it more accurate. It's like a reference. If you have practiced it before, it's pretty helpful.
So I would guess I would put more speed on this. I don't want to leave the one in front of the hole, but
Ooh, that was a nice attempt. I would guess he was needed like 2 tip sizes to get into that ball.
yeah, very good try from young Moritz Neuhausen. And he's left the one on, but need to be careful. He's running into that 5 ball, so maybe a little draw, double kiss of the 5.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not necessarily here. So, thin cut. Probably because the cut even helps him when he gets for the tangent lines. Maybe a little bit like a stop shot.
Yeah, might also choose to play the safety behind the 5 ball and get the 2 mixed up around the 6-8-3.
Yeah, that's a good option too. But needs more draw.
I think he's left a gap.
Yeah.
And if Moritz makes his 2, just if he can roll this 2 ball in, he's guaranteed on the 3. So, of course, it's a long shot, but there's a high reward.
Let's see. All right, he did that good. Very good hit.
Yeah, and a good angle to work with on this 3 ball.
Yes.
Decide to play it the short way.
I wonder that he stayed on this side. I would expect to stun it a little bit more to get on the other side of the 4 ball. But if he feels comfortable, we accept it. He's the boss at the table right now.
There's a steep cut on this 4. Can let the cue ball loose though in between the 9 and the 8. But
Nice cut.
yeah, good speed. Has a nice angle. Can cheat the pocket a little bit and go wherever he wants to go.
So that's a little stun follow, I would say. Going into the rail and a little bit out. Maybe he can hold it
10
directly.
seconds.
Okay. A little bit more out, but he's okay.
Yeah.
He cheated the pocket a little bit too much.
Yes. But he's taking care of his angles, so that makes his life a lot easier. Yeah, also has a pretty compact technique. Doesn't really do big strokes.
Yeah.
Everything is short and solid. Yeah.
Very solid game.
Oh.
Oh, he wobbled it in.
Yeah. Talking to himself there. Not really happy with the way he struck that ball.
My inner self-dialogue would be, oh, that's so perfect to go 3 rails inside it. I would push myself.
And this 10 ball to take the lead in this first set. To go on the hill. Moritz Neuhausen from Germany.
Leading 3-2 in the race to 4. And he will take care of the next break. I'm curious to know what kind of break. If he stays another time, another try from the side break, or goes back to the center break.
This table has been breaking very nicely from the center. Seen almost everybody move after the first 2 days to the center. So yeah, if I were Moritz, I would go back to the center and try to put more pop on there. Has to hit the gym.
I like that. Put more pop into it.
Yeah, John Lehman racking the balls. The Arcos 2 reserve billiard balls from Predator with the Aero rack.
I'm really looking forward to get my new set of Predator Arcos 2 balls.
And it looks like they're gonna be used in a lot of tournaments, and it sounds like they're not really going to stop this tour. So I might have to buy a set myself to
Look
get
at this.
prepared for the tournaments.
He tried again the side break without success. Maybe we can have a closer look here. This time he was hitting it a little bit on the right, but you rarely see the one ball going 3 ways around like that.
Yeah, he's been cutting the break a lot from the side. One was on the left side.
Yeah, and
This one was on the other side. Maybe needs to have a full hit on the
need
one.
the center of it, right?
Yeah.
He adjusted a little bit too much, maybe. But I guess it could have done the same adjustments on the center. But let's see.
So
And here
it makes a
comes
2. Does not get on the. Makes the 1. Does not get on the 2. He's playing the safety here. And a 6. And look at this.
He's very
That's
good.
a great cue ball.
Very
good
good in
shot.
safeties.
Yeah, Moritz looking at the 1 rail kick.
Yeah.
Think it's his only option. Does not really have a 2 rail or something easier.
10 seconds.
Let's see what kind of speed he's putting on that. Okay. That's nice.
It's a good hit. Not leaving an easy shot. I think it goes to the corner, but needs to be very accurate in between the 3 and the 8. He called it.
Extension, please.
Difficult shot, but he got away with it, I would say so, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little surprised he played it this way. I was looking maybe to float it in more.
Like rolling.
But Moritz kicking the same way as he did his last shot, but now calling it in the corner.
He has a good chance of a resave here if he just slightly hits it. Oh no,
Oh,
it's a jump
he's jumping.
cue. He's
Okay.
jumping.
Yeah, if he can stop the cue ball there, that would be pretty good. Oh. Wow.
Did he call the bank shot?
Look at
yet?
this.
No.
What a super shot.
I would call
And I
it the
think he got on the 3 as well, so
I would call it the shot of the day, isn't it?
yes, for sure.
Bank jump, the whole table length.
With
Nice.
position, I think he can make this 3 in the side.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Nice. Even the shot, you know, it's dangerous. The shot after a very nice shot like that.
Yeah, they say it's the most difficult shot in pool. The shot after a great shot.
Yeah.
So can choose both corner pockets. I like to shoot it in the low left. Can also choose to shoot it in the low right and bump the 8. Oh.
Oh, unfortunately. A miss. Wasn't the easiest shot, of course, but
And a good chance here for Tung Pong. Traveling 2 rails to the 5 ball.
here we go.
Looking
Exactly.
to level the score. To have a hill first set. Both players not really showing that much nerves
Mm.
yet. They look pretty comfortable in the
yeah.
arena. But this could change soon.
Nice draw, but not so nice to have it near the rail, right?
Yeah, might have to choose to play 2 rails here with high right. Just to
Or
make sure you get on the 7 instead of getting behind the 9. Like
Yeah,
this.
Like this.
Good speed as well. Didn't really want to risk to get closer to the ball, so this is good. If he can play this 2 rails and get nice on the 8. Very nice stroke. I like the way how he played it. Real smooth. Smooth stroke.
And here it's a natural outcome out of the rail, maybe a touch of left side here.
He's aiming a little bit low here in the cue ball.
Maybe he preferred to stun that.
Yeah. Was maybe a little bit too low in the cue ball. That's why he bumped the 9. Little risky. But it worked out for him, and nice position for the 10 ball to go hill.
Nice.
Tung Pong
Hill.
shoots and scores. 3-3 in the first set, race to 4.
So, I'm looking forward to the upcoming thriller within the next rack.
Like I said, I think this game it's a pretty close game. Both players up for the challenge.
John Lehman. And here you see also the rack from Predator, the Predator rack triangle. Does a pretty good job here. And here we see the jump shot here. The shot of the day, I would say so, from Moritz Neuhausen. Awesome. So let's check the break from Tung Pong. Near the center, but quite a little bit on the right. But missing one of the 2 balls. F behind the 1. Nothing went in. Moritz got a shot on the 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Offers probably a combination or a side pocket. So a little bit to work, but not too much.
Yeah, it's manageable. I think the 5-7 is a combination. So just has the 6-8 because the 7 will be gone, so he has to do some traveling from the 6 to the 8.
So let's see if he's cruising through that rack also without further mistakes. How did he do here?
Come up a little short.
A little short, yeah.
And he's hooked. Don't think he can still make it. And if he could, then
it would be for the 5 ball maybe on the side. No, going 3 rails.
Needs a little more.
Still for the combination.
Okay, so still managed to make the 4. Camera view was a little deceiving. Yeah. A little draw of this 5-7, moving the 5 a little forward.
And here he can't get a straight shot on the 6. I mean, so he has to get some angle, and crossing after that twice the short table.
Yeah, left himself a little long here too, so
that's the key shot here.
This will be a good tester to see if he has nerves of steel.
Yeah. And also the question is if he goes with a little draw and passing the middle line, or keeping it down like this and shoot the 8 long in the
Little
foot corner.
Little tricky angle on this 8. If he plays forward, he might hook himself behind the 10 ball.
Naturally, it might run into the 10, so he needs some stun or some spin. He did good. Very good.
Yeah, hit it a little bit more thick.
Uh-huh.
Pushes the cue ball through the 8. Very nice shot, and looks like he's scraping through the first set here.
Yeah.
A really nice run out here on Hill.
Absolutely. We will be back soon.
And
So,
we're back at the Predator Germany Open here in Bremen, the Atlantic Hotel. Ip thinking here, where should I break from? Lost the first set, Hill. So this match is close.
oh,
Big
cue ball,
pop.
cue ball jumps a lot here, and the two balls were a little bit too long even this time.
Yeah, so I had a couple breaks where they came up too short. Now decided to put more pop on there, which is a good thing. He changed,
Which is a good thing.
but he overdone it a little bit too much. So needs to tone the speed down.
So in my opinion, either way you have to, when they are coming too short, either way you have to speed up or pop up a little bit. To
But
make them longer.
Another easy layout with that 5-9 in the 3. Good safety here, eliminating the top rail kick. Still has a good kick shot using the lower long rail. If he can hit the right side of the one.
From this point of view, you can really see how difficult it is to reach it. Oh,
I think if he hits the lower long rail and hits the...
10 seconds.
Oh, he's jumping. Really tough to get over the ball and hit it so precise. Did a pretty good job there, but pretty good does not really count in this game.
it's not easy to jump a ball-sized distance. Needs special equipment, special training, or just some expert to do that.
Yeah, cutting the 1, running into the 3. Oh, the 3 bumped the 2 away. But still okay.
Soft, thin cut.
Yeah,
Or will he go up and down all the way?
does
Probably
not really have a bunch of space to go up and down with, so
Yeah.
decided to slow roll. Pretty tough shot in my opinion, and he executed this really nicely.
So, if he gets just a little angle on the 4, then he can stop or stun it nearby for the 5. Just get some distance from the rail. Even that is not so necessary, as long as you can make at least a stop shot on the 5 for the 6. But here he got... At this little angle, he can get a pretty comfortable position on the 6.
Yeah, needs a little bit more effort to go from the 8 to the 9, I think. That's from here the key shot.
He's pointing with the cue to get that position. High left or low right. One rail or
Yeah.
2 rails. He's going for low right. Which
Yeah.
is pretty much the most common way, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So this angle is really important. Doesn't want to get straight. I like to have a big angle on this 8. Taps the table, wanted the cue ball to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Should still be okay, but would have liked a little bit more angle.
Yeah,
Clock.
he needs a pretty powerful stroke here.
So asking the cue ball to get cleaned.
He can afford it. He didn't have an extension so far, right? Because the clock. Oh, they stopped the clock.
Yeah, they
for
stopped the
cleaning.
clock, yeah.
Sometimes they don't, right?
Yeah, we all remember the moment at the Mosconi Cup. So,
That's right.
so looking for a very firm stun shot with a little left spin.
Yeah, it is pretty crisp.
Just enough. Did not want to get shorter on that, but this should be okay. And this stem ball to draw first blood in this second set. Looking to avoid the shootout here, Moritz Neuhausen.
Dead center in the pocket. So, and Tung Pong taking a break, taking a timeout. Can he?
Yeah, wanting to take a break.
But he can't. He can only if it's his inning, not on the inning from the opponent. So
Yeah, I'm not really sure what rule we are enforcing here. Um,
Tung Pong from Hong Kong here, 26 years old, started the game at the age of 13. Started with snooker, but soon after 2 years he switched to pool.
Are we on a break? We're not on a break. No.
So Moritz goes back to the center of the table, center break, or near center. Wow.
yeah, really great controlled break, but he's not really changing the power or
Yeah.
the pop. So
Yeah, normally I would try next because he's using the pop here, right? Powerful. But how about going just playing with a level cue and just high on the cue ball and try that next.
yeah, so can choose to roll the one ball in. Oh, he's traveling a lot. Ooh, was a little risky. I think if he could have rolled the one ball in and cut the two for the three in the same pocket as a two, but wouldn't hurt him to play a safety here behind the six.
He got a lot of balls for cover available.
Exactly, and also with the four ball that does not really go in much pockets. He chose to get the distance safety. Wow, look at that cue ball.
Wow.
That's an amazing shot from Tung Pong.
Might be the safety of the day. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, we already had the jump of the day, so. So Moritz trying to find the gap maybe between the 9 and the 5. Very difficult if he tries to.
Can he hit behind the side pocket or has he hit before? Here you see, he can hit behind the side pocket. That
So he might be able to play with a lot of draw.
a
in the
lot of
inside.
draw. Then you can get a curve after the rail contact. Yes. Too much of a curve or too early the curve. Hard to judge.
And a good safety from Ip. Not really the reward that he was trying to get, because the 4 is also still in a tough spot and the 3 did not really get easier from here. So he might actually choose to play another safety to roll up on the 6.
Could be. But how about just
10
shoot
seconds.
the 3.
Extension, please.
Oh, he's going from there. I would have tried to come from the other side, just cut this 2 ball in and get a position on the 3 for the foot corner. Maybe even straight. But let's see. Oh, he's going for the side pocket. But
Good.
with this kind of angle, and he cannot really get the other side, right?
Well, you might be able to miss the 5 ball and go with high right
Uh-huh.
for the 4 in the same side pocket.
Might be possible.
But if he makes it on the outside, so if he cheats the pocket a little bit too much, he might run into the 5 and then there's no future. So this is not easy at all. Can he stun over? Yeah, he tried to cheat the pocket a little bit, and
he left a good shot for Moritz Neuhausen.
Tung Pong getting a little frustrated. It was a difficult shot and opened up the 4 ball to this same pocket as he's shooting the 3.
And after the 4 comes the next challenge with the 5.
Does not want to get on the rail. Yeah, he tried to
He had to
give a little bump. Yeah. Well, in
Okay.
this case, I'm playing the 5-6 combination. He was hoping to
you?
get a nice angle to maybe do more with the cue ball. Or is he trying to play 2 rails? Yeah, he tried
Stun
to
it over
cheat the
there.
pocket a little bit too, and very difficult shot in my opinion with the cue ball on the rail.
Would you consider the carom into the 10?
I think in this case it's actually possible because you can get the 4 ball pretty safe,
Yes, sir.
just banking it over to the other side of the table.
He called it the 10.
A little 2-way shot.
10 seconds.
Oh,
He should have called 4, right?
Option.
Your
not
option.
really a bad leave.
No.
I mean, to shoot this combination the length of the table is extremely difficult.
I guess it was worth a try. I would
Sure.
have done the same probably.
Yeah, if he made it, he would have won the game, and now it's
So,
okay.
Who is shooting now?
I think it's Moritz.
Mhm.
Ip playing with a wooden shaft. Moritz goes for the full attack. Ip shaking his head. Not really sure why. He gets another approach at the table.
Yeah.
Can run into the 9 ball with topspin and still cut the 6 or shoot the 6 in the corner. Well, he decided to do more and got really nice on the 6.
Yeah. Just a 3 diamond draw shot. Get a straight 7 or at least not too much angle. Because if you got too much angle, you have to cross the table to get back on the 8 ball. So like this, that's hard to hold the cue ball, right? So
Yeah,
that's
so he's playing just center ball, maybe a little topspin, going 2 rails up and down. Main thing is, I was going to say, main thing is just make the ball. The shape would come by itself.
Yeah, but I guess the mistake was not enough draw on the ball before. Was to get less angle on the 7.
Yeah, Moritz lucky to get another visit to the table after the reckless combination shot.
Yes.
And yeah, I think Ip is really dying to take a timeout. He wants to get out of that arena now.
That's right. And as long as Moritz on the table, he won't get an opportunity to do that.
unless we're having a break soon. So this 10 ball to go 2-0 up in this second set.
All right. Nice camera view on this ball for the tied up. No, 2-0 lead for Moritz Neuhausen in the second set.
Yeah. Moritz shaking his head there.
Well,
And we'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned.
with the break from the other side this time.
Yeah, now he's just moving the cue ball around to see.
To do something different.
Yeah,
And he gets something different.
yeah. Not a guaranteed shot here on the 1. But the balls are spread nicely, not really any problems on the table. So if he can manage to make the 1, he has a good opportunity here to go on the hill.
Did he call the 1 on the side?
I think so. Tough shot to play.
Oh.
These side pockets are pretty tough. Tougher than playing to the corner pockets. A little fortunate to leave the 1 on the rail. Is he cutting this? He tried and
He didn't left too much here, did he? Maybe
not
he
sure
can
if he can make this. Can at least see the 1 ball.
Mhm.
So he could bank it over to the short rail with high right. But he's playing center ball, so he's playing the 2 rails and
But running into the 7 ball, otherwise it would have been quite okay safety then.
yeah, Moritz really looking disappointed in himself, even though he's up.
I'm not sure that why he's that much of disappointed. I mean, I know he can play certainly better, right? And he's expecting probably more from by himself, but I mean,
Yeah, he's winning and he only needs 2 more games to get to the last 32. So, I mean, I won't complain.
maybe just blood from a perfectionist, right?
10 seconds.
Yeah, nice shot. Nicely controlled. Really needed a big swing. You can see a little snooker background on him when he does that backswing. Like it really opens up,
Extension, please.
real
That's
straight.
right. That's right, yes.
So if he can get on that 4 ball, can choose to play 2 rails to the center of the table, or can choose to play the 4 in the side pocket. Oh, he played this real soft. Try to just play 1 rail, and that's a good shot. I didn't like that.
I do, yes. And he can follow it just with another natural follow shot here for the 6. So that's a probably nice cruising home here.
Yeah, looking to get his first game on the board here in the second set. Get some momentum going after his timeout. He's at least looking a little bit less aggravated by himself.
Less disappointed. I guess from an old friend of mine, one time he made a definition what billiard is. Billiard is if grown-up men standing around a table and are not satisfied with the outcome.
Yeah, just in general. Yeah,
Just
that's
in
correct.
general.
Yeah.
They're just standing around the table with their sticks and being disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just such a difficult game, and there's always something to improve. There's always something that could go better.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think it's a good quality to be a perfectionist, but you need to give yourself some breathing space too. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah. I would think that that you. It's a good thing to be a perfectionist, especially in training, but not so much in a match. I would even say go that far that it should be the opposite. That you really try to encourage yourself no matter what's gonna happen. Nice close-up from our Predator rack and Predator balls.
Yeah, the Arcos 2 balls with the Predator arrow rack triangle. Predator providing all the equipment for this tournament with the Apex tables.
Yes. Apex tables, Arcadia reserve cloths, arena lights, Arcos 2 balls, arrow rack triangle, Predator bridges, and Predator pure chalk.
So a little bit less pop and both balls came too low. But not an easy opener here for Moritz. Tried to roll up on the 5 ball. Not sure if he leaked out a little edge.
They are checking. So
Based on Ipong Tong, his body language, I would say
yeah, you
no.
can
Here we have
see.
the view.
Very nice. So he cannot see the edge, so he has to go rail. So he could go straight into the rail and put like 1.5 tip size spin on it. Or
Played
like
it with a
this.
good speed. I really like that he put some speed on this just to create some distance.
just to get them apart. In 8 ball you might be using a low speed because if you don't make the ball you like it to block the pocket maybe, right? But in 9 ball, 10 ball it doesn't make any sense. Then you like to split them
Yep.
apart.
And hampered by the 3 ball here, bridging over the cue ball. Let's see how stable his forehand is. Looks pretty stable, doesn't really move,
Yeah.
but a little bit attacking to go for that. Didn't really see much future on the 2 ball. Surprised he took a go on this.
Yeah, it would be hard to get a position on the 2, and even if he gets a look at it, it's blocked by the 3, right? He didn't expect that the 1 ball was going into the 5 probably, or didn't take it into its calculation.
And now Moritz has a opportunity to get on the 2 for the side.
Difficult shot, but well, he can cut that in the side, I would believe so, and maybe can shorten it up by lots of right side spin, or to shoot maybe the 2 ball in the lower corner pocket. No, not too much. I would have chosen way more inside spin for a different position, but let's see if there's a there's only the side pocket available. That needs precision.
If he tries to make it to the side and hit it before the side pocket. There's a safety option,
Oh,
but
there's
he
the
tried to.
He's going for a safety.
And I think it's a nice spot. Moritz can see the edge of the 2, but if he tries to bank the 2 ball 2 rails towards the short rail, he might run into the 4. So he doesn't really have a lot of space to work with. If he can hit it thick
Attention,
enough, he might go jacked up and bank the 2 ball 4 rails around the table to get behind the 10.
You think he can hit it that full from there?
That's what I'm not sure about.
Yes, sir.
But isn't it wonderful on the other side? I mean, oh, look at this. Okay, he's doing good. But isn't it wonderful on the other side that even though it doesn't matter how experienced you are, how many tournaments and years you already spent studying the game, that there always will come up some situation you haven't had before, and you have to take the extension and think about it. What is the best solution there?
Yeah, it's an ongoing process. Oh, doesn't want that 6 to go. And he might trap himself behind the 9 ball here. Oh man, look at that cue ball.
And Moritz got the option.
Oh man,
Your option.
your option. Well, we know what's going to happen here. Ip is shooting. Oh, this is so brutal.
Yeah.
Of course, he could have anticipated on this, but look at how well he hit this cue ball.
10 seconds.
And he's done this a couple times this week.
Yeah, such a good safety actually, but just didn't went his way. So let's see how good he can come out of his own safeties. But this looks, I don't see any way, only very artistic. Ah.
Oh, he still found a gap. And
wow,
ooh.
that is a nice shot.
Yeah, well, so he was very unfortunate, but made a good hit on the 2.
So there was a gap between 8 and 10 and behind the 5. Nice, very nice.
But a good opportunity here for Moritz to get this second set on the hill and avoid the shootout. Something I hear a lot of players say. They say, yeah, that shootout. The players, like everybody seems to like the shootout, but they'd rather not play the shootout. That's what they all tell me. Like they say it's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It's very hard. I see all these comments on Facebook saying,
Yeah.
"Oh man, it's just a spot shot, you know, like it's too easy, make it more difficult." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Because I see pros struggle with this." So
Absolutely. And it's not really a spot shot, come on, it's a little bit more thin than that. And
yeah. So that's what makes internet always interesting. These comments.
yeah. They don't have to prove themselves.
Yeah, another difficult layout from here. Moritz looking good enough to seal the deal for this rack.
Here comes the 3-1 lead if he makes this 10 ball. And he does.
Yeah, taps the table, knows he's a little lucky with Ip snookering himself on that safety shot.
Just a fair gesture. And also respecting the quality he put into this game with his safety and coming out of his own safety.
Yeah, 3-1 Moritz Neuhausen against Tung Pong from Hong Kong. And this is a loser qualification match. So the loser is out and the winner goes to the last 32. Facial expression shows us that he is not in the best mood.
And the last 32 are going to play single elimination.
So a little mishit on the break.
He was trying to repeat the same, he was using the same position he had before.
Still made a ball.
Yeah, on the
Ip
last.
thought he didn't make a ball, but the 2 ball got kissed in there.
Yeah. So let's see what can he do with this 1 ball, this far away 1 ball.
Yeah, you can choose to maybe shoot the 1 off the rail into the 3 to make it as a safety opportunity and always have a shot on the 3. You can also keep it, cut it to the other side. I was going to just
cut
say
it
that.
in, come on, just cut it in.
Yeah, just cut it in, of course, yeah. But left himself a long shot here. Cue ball on the rail. I would say traveling from the 4 to the 5 and the 6 is the toughest in this rack.
Tough shot here.
Extension, please.
Good recovery shot.
And now it's hard to shoot that. Let's see what kind of angle he gets on the 6 ball. He needs some angle, at least a little bit. Here it is. And he don't want to go. Oh, that requires quite some speed if you want to get that position. And accuracy along the rail. That's not a gimme.
Yeah, this is key shot here.
Very precise, very precise. And he is pointing with his cue where you want to get the cue ball at, so he needs like a draw shot with a tip of right side spin.
Needs right speed. Got a little straight here. I'd like to stay away actually from that 10 ball, so moving forward is a little tricky.
Why not just a stop shot?
Yeah, leave
Oh, he got some angle to
stun
come.
over, yeah. So and now these 2 balls to finish the match.
After all, I would say, if he's not delivering a mistake here now, I would say, even though he was pretty hard on himself during the match, he delivered a pretty solid game here.
Yeah,
Pretty solid match.
did not really make a bunch of mistakes. A couple strange choices and a couple unforced errors, but this 10 ball for the win, and Moritz Neuhausen goes through to the last 32.
So I hope you enjoyed our matches today, and you're welcome. I hope you will be back for tomorrow's matches. We will post the lineup for tomorrow as soon as possible. And yeah, it was nice to have a commentary with you also again, Tim.
Yeah, thank you, Rolf, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.